We had service providers train entrepreneurs in Sri Lanka, and they got paid $300 for every entrepreneur they trained, and the whole idea was for them to take them into the bank and get them a loan at the end of it. And what I looked at was that we were spending more on fees for the consultants than they were raising loans. And you think, well, something's going wrong here. But then they said, no, you've misunderstood. It's not that, because what we're doing is we're training them to be better businessmen. And so that we did a survey, and we found, sure enough, they weren't getting very many loans and they weren't registering their businesses very often, but then they were increasing their investment in their business. Why? Because actually they didn't want to go to a bank. They got the money from their aunt or their uncle. And then we found that there was this increase in turnover, which changed from area to area. We had 30%, we had 120%, we averaged at 80%. And we found that in one half of the country, they increased the jobs. So for every 3 people we trained, they created 1 job. In the other part of the area, they didn't increase jobs at all. They just increased the amount they employed family labour. But the general sense was, in fact, if we just did the calculation on internal rate of return of the cost of the training courses and the number of jobs they created, we've covered our costs in 1 year. So the internal rate of return on that little bit of training was rather good.